Let me tell you why most people fail in buy-to-let today. It's not interest rates, it's not tax, and it's not regulation. It's that they're still playing a 2015 game in the 2026 market. They're buying where everyone else is buying. They're copying strategies that worked in a completely different climate, and then they're shocked when the numbers don't work. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Buy-to-let didn't die, the rules changed. And most investors never noticed, because while they were arguing about whether property was still worth it, affordability quietly packed its bags and moved. Today, I'm going to show you 4 places where buy-to-let still works. Not because they're trendy, but because they obey one law that never changed. Income must exceed cost. Rule 1, forget status, follow demand. The first place most people won't touch is Stoke-on-Trent. Not because it doesn't work, but because it doesn't impress. And that's your edge. In Stoke, you can still buy houses for under £100,000 and rent them out for £800 a month. That's not growth-led investing, it's income-led survival. The tenants aren't dreamers, they're workers, NHS staff, normal working families. Stoke doesn't rely on hope, it relies on necessity, and necessity is the most reliable tenant of all. Rule 2, cheap isn't the same as profitable. Next up is Hull. Hull is where lazy investors lose money and disciplined investors quietly win. Yes, prices are low, yes, yields can work, but only if you understand this. Property is local before it's logical. One street prints cash, the next street bleeds it. Hull works because of the port, manufacturing and energy jobs. But the margin only appears when you buy near transport and demand corridors. This is not spray and pray, this is precision. Rule 3, yield requires systems. Now let's talk about Middlesbrough. Here's the mistake people make. They confuse low price with low effort. University demand, hospitals, industrial employers, sub £100,000 houses, £700 rents. But here's the price of entry. You must run systems and you must select tenants properly. If you want applause, look elsewhere. But if you want cash flow, Middlesbrough will talk to you. Rule 4, depth beats hype. And finally, Newcastle. Newcastle isn't cheap because it's struggling, it's affordable because it's deep. Multiple tenant types, universities, hospitals, professionals. You might pay more to get in, but you gain flexibility. You can pivot strategy, you can upgrade stock. Depth gives you options and options give you longevity. The reality most people avoid. Here's the part no one wants to hear. Affordable areas are not shortcuts. They demand due diligence and they demand humility. They demand that you stop chasing growth stories and start running numbers. But here's what they give you in return: lower risk and real cash flow, and properties that don't collapse the moment the market sneezes. That's not old-fashioned, that's survival-grade investing. If you're still asking where prices will double, you're already late. The better question is this: where do rents cover the bills today? These areas won't make you feel clever, they won't make good thumbnails, but they can build something far more valuable, income that doesn't rely on optimism. And that's the new game, and now you know the rules. Thanks for watching this video. If you found it useful, please like and subscribe for more content like this, and leave a comment below. Tell me what you think about the 4 areas I've just discussed.